Follow the prophet. Follow the prophet. Follow the prophet.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. So, you guys have probably heard of the testing scandal in Utah. Naomi Health was originally given the no-bid contract by Governor Herbert to do the testing for coronavirus here in Utah. Now, we have since learned also that Trump, having talked with Bob Woodward, and just the other day the emails were leaked that showed that it was Trump's intention to infect everyone with this virus long before it became a problem. Long before anybody knew it was going to be a problem. Trump had been in contact with China and had known of the seriousness, of the danger it posed, and Trump, despite being a germaphobe, despite not really liking to shake hands with people, despite the P-tape scandal, he nonetheless did campaign rallies and other propaganda rallies to get people together, his loyalists together. He was using his believers, his followers, to be ground zero here in America, to spread it, and to purposely infect everyone, knowing that there will be millions who will die in America alone. And that's why he wanted businesses opened. He got mad at the woman for leaking the information, which crashed the stock market. But that really was no big deal. All they were doing was pulling out of the non-friendly coronavirus stocks and then reinvesting that money back into coronavirus-friendly stocks. Because the wealthy corporations have profited off of this coronavirus. And so in Utah, Governor Herbert had prepared everything, set everything up, created a task force, got Health and Human Services involved, got a special arrangement set that everybody was prepared, ready to go when it hit Utah. And it then hit Utah, and all of a sudden they forgot how to do their job. They didn't implement all their preparations and plans. And Herbert hesitated and delayed and allowed it to spread and escalate. And the church, with Russell M. Nelson, likewise hesitated and delayed, didn't shut down the church, didn't follow the example of Moses with the Exodus. So Mormons also were getting exposed. And Herbert, among the many scandals, such as the payment of $800,000 for hydroxychloroquine, of which he then, when he got caught, said, "Who signed my signature on this order form? We're going to create a task force to investigate." Yeah. The auditor exposed all of this in his report. But Naomi Health was Herbert's first choice to run the testing for Utah. Got a no-bid contract. It's stationed in Orem, and in Orem, everybody's Mormon. Most of the BYU instructors live in Orem. I can't find the connection as to whether he is Mormon or not, but living in Orem, it's a very high probability. Let's bring up his LinkedIn profile. That's Stephen, the other scandal that I exposed with this Russia cyber attack. So yeah, as you can tell, Mormons are actively involved in the overthrow of America. This is not a good time to be Mormon. Where are you? Seriously? Where are you? Come on. Should have been one of those. Did I not get it? Alright, hold on a second. Let me do another one. There you be. How hard was that? Now, why are you not showing up? What is going on? Come on, seriously. Where are you? Oh, is it under Howell, Utah? Okay. Yeah, this looks like it. Slow, slow, very slow, slow. So Mark Newman, he had that leaked online video chat that exposed the whole con. Yeah, there we go. Why was that so complicated? And so, yeah, Mark Newman, founder, CEO at Nomi Health, Orem, Utah. And he looks like a rebel youth rising generation Mormon. He's got the dress shirt that's blue rather than white, and it's unbuttoned, no tie. He's got the facial hair, so yeah, he's Mormon. But yeah, gets the contract, and turns out they were finding false negatives or false positives. No, false negatives. They were purposely set up so that Herbert would keep the numbers low, as I found out by checking the daily reporting on the website for Utah. I was noticing very obviously, as Herbert said, oh, if we can keep the numbers below 200 a day, we can open back up the businesses. Right. Isn't that interesting that the amount of testing corresponds right around the point of getting 200? Right before. Isn't that interesting? And then for school, oh, we got to keep it below 400 in order to go back to school. It's percentages you got to watch for. But because we had that fake testing company, the Mormon-based fake testing company, Utah was one big deception pit, purposely intent on overthrowing America to do the bidding of the enemy, Putin, who wanted to destroy America. Trump does the bidding of Putin. Nelson does the bidding of Putin. It was his will that America be destroyed with this virus. And he's the one that hacked us. He's the one that's attacking us cyberly and spreading misinformation through Q. That's Putin. It's all from him. All that talk about I'd rather be Russian than vote Democrat. Seriously? You'd rather betray your country than live in freedom. Got it. And you call yourselves patriots as traitors. Got it. All from Putin. The brainwashing conspiracy. And so the Fox 13 News Utah news on YouTube, where I'm getting this from, it's titled How a Utah Company Won, Then Lost, a $26.5 million pandemic contract in Tennessee. They also got contracts in Iowa and Nebraska and some other states. Iowa was the first one to break the secret that the testing was inaccurate from this Naomi Health company. And they just purposely sabotaged America. Mormon. And Mormons can get mad all they want, but the church is behind it all. Remember? And a major city yet to be determined in Russia. You don't do business with Russia. They own you. Russia owns the church. That's why the church does Russia's bidding. That's why the church's invested company, Solar Winds, is the one responsible for the Russian cyber attack. And it's the reason why Naomi Health is the one responsible for the fake testing. People who were positive were testing negative because it was a fake test. They scammed everybody. Naomi Health has been an institution in Utah for a long time. Certainly they wouldn't betray America. Not unless they were ordered. Tennessee were able to get out of their contract. They almost didn't, because it was signed, sealed, and delivered. But $26.5 million for that state alone, dear God. And the millions that the other states, even Utah, your taxpayer dollars, of which the auditor condemned Herbert for, wasted. And so now your loved ones are dead. You've either been infected yourself excuse me, or somebody you know and love has been infected. You're having problems with the extortion from work, demanding that you do work rather than staying home and staying safe. And then the schools closing down, making you decide whether you go to work and abandon your kids or stay home with your kids while school is out. And you're not getting money. We got the token one way back when, but that was it. That's called extortion, guys. They're threatening your life where it's a no-win situation for you. You get infected and die if you give in. You get infected and die if you rebel. That's why I told you before all this, when I talked about when I got indefinitely detained for 6 years of my life because I filed a petition for a redress of grievances with the state of Utah and the church, that I had to literally believe that my life was then over. That's what happens when you get held hostage, kidnapped, held for ransom, extorted. You've got to assume that's it. You lost. Your life is over. Those who are being held hostage, forcing you to pay money, you've got to accept that their lives are over. You cannot deal with terrorists. You have to assume you lost them, they murdered them. The proof of life in the movies and TV shows, that's just part of the torture for you. And that's where we are. They placed us in this position. They took away our agency. They are holding us hostage because Trump wanted all of us infected for that purpose. And the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints were a major part of that. Remember, we had 2, because the first one didn't work, coronavirus cure fasts. And then on the 20th of November, gratitude cures coronavirus. The healing power of gratitude. We are at war, and we're getting our butts kicked because our own government and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints have turned on us. They were always against us, but it's now known that they've betrayed us, that they were planning all this to betray us now, right now, during Trump's administration. Book of Mormon warned us. I've been telling you about it. But Mormons want to believe in the lie. And so here's just another example of the betrayal. And I'm doing my part. I filed a lawsuit against the church. I had to file another one because Judge Waddups betrayed his country as well. And so now the fate of the whole world is in Judge Campbell's hands, because the government's never going to investigate and find out that the church is involved in any of this. The cyber attack or this Utah company that was going around getting no-bid contracts for states to provide fake test results. Oh, everything's fine. No viruses here. But I'm just one man. That's all I can do. I provided her with the evidence. I provided her with the knowledge that I've got more evidence. All she needs to do is do her job, and she won't. She's purposely hesitating, allowing further death, allowing the church further time to conduct their act of genocidal murder. She's a part of it too. I have no confidence that she'll side with me. She's just toying with me. Because she could have just as easily as Jenkins did say dismissed and then throw in with prejudice. And then I automatically lose. That's it. They silence me, it's over. I'm dead. So the fact that she's prolonging it is just a torture technique. But it's you guys that are being tortured, not me. All I was doing was trying to sound the whistle, but I had to make it about me. Because that's what lawsuits are all about. But just know that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is not just false. That they are actively satanic, trying to overthrow America and the world. Because they know, take out America, the rest of the world falls. That's why there's a concerted effort on America first. May God help us all.